10 kills left.
Son of a bitch. Hostile.
Hey guys, I'm Clint Flair. Welcome back to another Division build video, and this is the last build video for me for the original Division. I move on to Division 2 in 2 days time, and I am so stoked. I'm excited to see what that game has to offer. I'm absolutely buzzing. However, if you do want to see more the Division videos, then please drop a comment and let me know, and I'll keep the game installed, and from time to time I will set out there some decent builds and playlist. Guys, take a look at this build. This is the last of the Division for me. This is my Alpha Bridge 6-piece. Let's take a look. There you go, guys. I'm running 7k firearms, 6k stamina, 3k electronics. I'm running 6-piece Alpha Bridge. What does that do for me in the build? So set bonus 2 is 100% health regen. Set bonus 3 is 5% weapon damage. Set bonus 4, if your primary and secondary weapon is of the same category, they share the free talent. All talent requirements are ignored for all weapon talents. Set bonus 5 is 20% health regen and 10% weapon damage. And set bonus 6, this is a long one, the talent is improved Alpha Bridge, which inactivate personal versions of all signature skills are rotating every 6 seconds. So basically they are mini survival links, mini recovery link, and a mini tackling. Okay, and they can be activated by killing enemy players or veteran elite NPCs. So the good thing with this in skirmish and last stand is when you get the kill on a player, you will activate one of the free links. If you put the player down, so you get the final hit of the player to knock him down, to get the kill, to finish him off, you will activate another one of your supers effectively, which will be a recovery, be tackling, or be survivaling. So you get 2, which is really nice. The signature skills that is up on rotation when an enemy is killed is activated for 10 seconds when all primary stats are balanced between each other. Now that would mean you would need 5k firearms, 5k electronics, and 5k stamina. Now I've tried it, it doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. You will get that 10 seconds of the buff, which is nice, but to take a player down with 5k firearms is difficult in itself. So for PvP, it's not really a good place to be. PvE, it works exceptionally well because you have that 10 seconds of doing insane damage or being very hard to take down or having that recovery. So in PvE it's strong, in PvP when it's completely balanced it doesn't work. These times are shortened depending on the difference in the range of your primary attributes. So if the more unbalanced they are, the smaller the link that you receive. And it goes down per second. So I'm in a position where I'm in 763, and again it's not that balanced. It is in the grand scheme of things in terms of how a build should be put together, but in terms of the major attributes together it's not very balanced. So I will get a few seconds of attack link, recovery link or survival link, and again it's very, very handy. You can no longer activate signature skills or be affected by ally signature skills. So if you go down, they cannot revive you with a recovery link. It cannot happen. And also you do not have your own press your LB right B to activate your recovery link or whatever you do. You cannot use that. You have your mini links and that's all you have. This is a solo player build and it works very, very well for the solo player, whether it be in Skirmish Last Stand, which is really, really strong, and in Dark Zone, which is very, very decent. There are better builds in the Dark Zone, don't get me wrong, in Predator Nomad. However, Alpha Ridge for the solo man does work very, very well. Okay, so we'll start with the chest piece. We'll go down the gear and we'll take a look. I'm running with firearms as the major, then it's health on kill, health and ammo capacity as the minor, and the two mods I'm rolling with are stamina, critical hit chance. In terms of the mask, it is rolled into firearms with critical hit chance, burn resistance, and stamina, critical hit chance as the prototype stamina mod. Onto the knee pads, it is firearms with health as the major. The minors are bleed resistance, damage to elites and burn resistance. Ideal world you would switch out damage to elites for PvP, you definitely do that, and you would put in there shock resistance, and that is perfect for this build. Oh, in terms of the mods, let's take a look. Firearms critical hit chance and first aid self heal mod. The holster, it is critical hit chance and another first aid self heal mod. In terms of the gloves, they are stamina with critical hit chance, critical hit damage, SMG damage, which is the perfect roll for any set of gloves. And the backpack is stamina with critical hit damage, bleed resistance and the mods, firearms critical hit chance and two first aid self heal mods. Now we go through the weapon. The weapon of choice is the house. That's my primary weapon. It has a 24.3k base damage, which is strong, 23% crit hit chance, so it's fully optimized house. The talents. Now these are the talents you need for Alpha Bridge, in my opinion. They synergize very, very well, and they've got me many, many kills, whether it be Skirmish Last Stand or the Dark Zone. So this is the way you'd want to run your house. First talent, Unforgiving. Missing health segments increase your damage. One missing segment plus 10%. Two missing segments is plus 25%. So once that drops into the last health segment, you're going to get that 25% buff on damage, which is insane. Really, really good. Given you're running a decent amount of stamina, which equates to 486,000 toughness, I'm in a good place to deal some really good damage and be really tanky as well. Especially if you have your tack link going, you are going to absolutely melt. It works really, really well. Unforgiving's perfect for this. Deadly. Critical damage is increased by 15%. Again, on most builds, I always have Deadly just to increase the critical damage as much as possible to give me more DPS output. Deadly's a really good top tier talent. Card counter. One half of the magazine does 20% increased damage. The half, which deals increased damage, flips after 15 seconds or when the magazine is empty. So you're going to deal some insane damage with the house when card counters flipped. And the last talent, why I'm running MP7, there's no talents, there's no switch into that weapon. I have it equipped just for the last talent, which is responsive. Damage is increased by 10% when closer than 10 meters to the target. So Unforgiving, Deadly, Responsive, they're the talents you want on SMG to really hit home. It's perfect way to roll. Responsive, again, damage increased by 10% is awesome. Really, really good. How I've got this modded is critic chance, rate of fire on the magazine, critic damage, headshot damage, critic chance on the optics, the muzzle, crit damage, crit chance, headshot damage. It's all crit chance and crit damage. The underbarrel is crit damage, stability, and accuracy. And the MP7 again is just for show, but I'll show you anyway. Predatory, hurried, and responsive. I have it equipped as my secondary just because I can activate responsive as the 4th free talent due to the Alpha Bridge gear set bonuses. Okay, we'll look at the character sheet. It's 51% critical chance. I've opted to put more in than I usually do. I've gone 51%, so straight off the bat I can deal that damage, which is nice. Crit damage is 121%, headshot damage 62%. Damage leaks is 16%. Ideal scenario over 1-0. However, I haven't got the perfect knee pad. I'd want shock resistance on there, but again, it is what it is. PvE mind, what I would do is re-roll my mask, which is currently burn resistance. I'd re-roll that to damage to elites, so we would have an extra 12%, so that's 28% damage to elites when I use this in PvE. No skill haste in the build tool, you don't need any. And survivability, let's just go down. 50% bleed resistance, which does help against pred. 49% burn resistance, which are the 2 key resistances you need, and shock resistance would be a nice to have on the knee pads. And we'll look at the abilities. I'm running boosted shot. I'm running that because of the extra damage and a little bit of toughness as well. Boosted shot is key to the build. A bit of extra again because I've got the first aid self heal mod, so I've got an extra 24% health kick in, which is decent. And my second skill is a shock turret. I'm using this because I have seen more and more players use a shock turret, and again you've got the support station, which is nice and it does remove bleed, it is good, but I've used this, I drop it, run into a bunch of players, you can take them down very quickly. And again with Elf Bridge, because you can earn that tack link, you will absolutely melt through that, especially where they're being shocked. It's a good to have. It's cheesy, don't get me wrong, I'm not advocating cheese, however it's good to use and it's very handy. It gets you the chance to take down players very, very quickly, so it's nice to have. Talent opted for is adrenaline because I do want to stop that bleed, because that bleed will happen. I've got no support station, so adrenaline's key. Critical save, combat medic, again want to help the team out, and precision. Again, what precision will do, that will offer me 12.5% critical hit chance and 25% critical hit damage as well, which is a nice boost. So that gives me a max crit hit chance and around about 146% crit hit damage, which is really, really tasty. What you could use, what would work quite nicely, is if you remove critical save, is this bad boy, Fear Tactics, to make sure more of your opponents are on shock, which is great because that gives you more chance of taking down very, very quickly. However, I've opted for critical save. Fear Tactics is a good, nice to have as another option other than critical save, in my opinion. And there you go, guys. This is my final build of the Division. This is Alpha Bridge 6-piece, 7k firearms, 6k stamina, 3k electronics, and it does exceptionally well. I love this build. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments box. Drop a like if you've enjoyed this video, and if you want to see more Division 2 videos which are coming in the next few days, then please subscribe to the channel and please share on your social media page as well. That would be amazing. Guys, I'll see you in Washington. Take it easy.